Hi, it's Sarah Levigaga de Rodriguez, and welcome to another episode of The Little Shot. How sarcastic are you? And also, how do you feel when it hits you? Everyone uses sarcasm differently, and today I thought it's great to check the 3 main ways sarcasm can be used so you can take more care when using sarcasm. Our first form of sarcasm that we'll talk about today is face-saving sarcasm. Now, this refers to moments when you might use sarcasm if you're feeling at risk of violation or personal put-down. In this context, your sarcastic remark served to make you save face. It's not recommended to use sarcastic remarks with a new acquaintance, as you're at higher risk of being misunderstood and misinterpreted. Sometimes, though, when your conversation partner is feeling awkward, let's just say they just met you, they may use sarcasm as a way to compliment you or add humour, and we often call this an ironic compliment. I want you to watch out if you're using ironic compliments in this kind of context, because research shows that lots of people are inclined to take these comments as negative. In particular, younger people are less likely to take ironic compliments well. Also, if you're female, you're more likely to read negativity into ironic compliments. Our second form of sarcasm relates to embarrassment diffusion sarcasm. Now, this is a bit of a trouble zone if you're embarrassed. There is a case where you may have done a great job at something, but you're trying to deflect attention from yourself so you don't look so self-seeking by making a sarcastic remark. In this instance, the sarcastic comment reduces the positive outcome you personally achieved that you deserve merit for, and instead downplays your success. This is a common form of self-deprecation, and it's not recommended if you want to increase your impact. One research study, in fact, suggests that females are more likely to make ironic comments about themselves than males. So ladies, watch out, this can really work against your communication impact. You can learn more about why you should avoid self-deprecation in a video I released recently. I've linked it above for you. Our final form of sarcastic behaviour that has a high degree of risk when you're communicating relates to frustration diffusion sarcasm. Now, when people are frustrated, they are at more risk of using sarcasm to cope with the annoying things going on around them. I don't recommend using sarcasm in this instance with others when stress levels increase, because when you're stressed, the effort to process information cognitively starts to deteriorate, and people will be more likely to misunderstand your sarcastic remark because they have less headspace to process it, and they're less likely, therefore, to give you the benefit of the doubt. This can account for why someone may erupt if you make a sarcastic comment in a stressful and frustrating situation. Watch out. Comments in these moments won't help you diffuse tension, even if it was your attempt to be humorous. Instead, sarcastic remarks will set conflict alight and make your conversation partner potentially feel that you're mocking them. I also want you to watch out for when you personally feel frustrated, because we know from research that individuals are more likely to make sarcastic remarks about themselves when frustrated, and this is a higher case scenario if you're female. Just remember, your words have impact on how you see yourself, even if no one is watching or tuning in. Strive to speak about yourself with a positive attitude and growth mindset, as this will help you build the skill to use affirming and positive language rather than ironic and negative statements towards others when you encounter stressful moments. I found the research that I did around sarcasm over the past week really fascinating, because I learned that most people are more likely to be sarcastic in negative situations, which definitely makes sarcasm quite risky. When stress levels are high, I want you to aim instead for empathetic communication, or simply show active listening. The other thing that I found really fascinating in my reading over the past week of all the journal articles is that women in general were found to be less sarcastic towards others than men, but more sarcastic towards themselves than men. Ladies, let's get some positive self-worth into how we communicate about ourselves. I'm sure this little short episode has given you a few things to think about regarding sarcasm. Now, over to you. How does sarcasm make you feel personally when you're on the receiving end of it? And also, do you notice any environments where you're more likely to use it? Let me know in the comments below. I have loads more communication tips that you definitely don't want to miss out on, so be sure to subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video and stay in touch for our coming videos. If you like this one, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao!